Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking into some really interesting stuff you sent us, listener, about a band called Bucket Number Six.
Yeah, that's right. You gave us a good rundown, some details on their new lineup, where they're playing next,
Right.
a bit about the members themselves, and even another band one of them is in. It's quite a mix.
Okay, so let's dig into this.
Yeah.
Our goal here isn't just to list the facts, right? We want to sort of piece together what this all means for Bucket Number Six. Like, what's actually interesting about this new phase they're entering?
Exactly. We're trying to connect the dots, see the bigger picture of, where things might be headed for them based on these clues you've provided.
So the big headline seems to be this new lead singer, Len Deptula. I mean, after 20 years with the same frontman, that feels like a really major shift, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. A pivotal moment for sure. And the info you sent paints Len as, well, a pretty significant addition, calls him a seasoned performer, well known around Chicago.
Powerhouse vocalist, dynamic, multi-instrumentalist. Those are strong words.
They really are. It suggests he's bringing, a serious level of skill and experience. This probably isn't just swapping one person for another. It could genuinely change their sound, their whole vibe.
Yeah, and they specifically mention him bringing new musical textures and also his unique Lenergy. I kind of like that term, Lenergy.
Me too.
What does that signal to you, that kind of description? How might he actually impact their shows, their feel?
Well, what really jumps out is how the band itself is talking about it. They're calling themselves all new,
Right.
and they specifically say 33% more keys. Now that's pretty specific, isn't it?
It is, yes.
It strongly suggests, I think, a real shift in their instrumentation, maybe more keyboards featuring prominently, which could open up some interesting sonic avenues for them. Bands that have been around a while can sometimes get comfortable, so this kind of new input, new ideas, it could be really energizing for them creatively.
It makes you wonder, though, what led to this change after so long? Was it like a deliberate plan to try something new musically, or did it just kind of happen?
And, for the fans who followed them for years, how does a new frontman fit into that existing chemistry? It's more than just the voice, right? It can affect the songwriting, the stage energy, everything.
That's a really good point. Now, outside of Bucket Number Six, you mentioned Len's involved in something else.
Yeah, it seems he's also part of an acoustic guitar duo. They're called the Acoustaholics.
Acoustaholics. Okay.
Yeah.
So that gives us another angle on his musical style, maybe.
It does, and adding another layer, he's apparently a grade school music teacher, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's quite the mix, isn't it? The energy of a rock band, then the maybe intimacy of an acoustic duo, and then teaching kids music paints a picture of someone just like totally immersed in music.
Absolutely. You wonder how teaching music might, influence his approach with the band, maybe. Anyway, this new singer obviously means someone left. Ben Schlase, right? 19 years with the band.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
A very long time. And it sounds like it was a really amicable split, which is great to hear. The info said it was on very good terms.
That's good.
And apparently he's even been helping the new lineup out a bit. That says a lot, I think, about the respect there.
Yeah, definitely.
That kind of smooth handover, it can be really important for keeping the fans on board when there's a big change like this. Sends a good message.
For sure. It's always better when things end well. Okay, so for anyone listening in Illinois, Bucket Number Six has shows coming up May, June, July 2025. You sent us the dates. Looks like a few different places.
Yeah, let's see. They're at Nico's Red Mill Tavern. That's in Woodstock, Saturday, May 31st.
Okay, Woodstock. Then Captain's Quarters in Antioch. That's Saturday, June 7th. And then Vet Fest in Huntley, Saturday, June 21st. Looks like an afternoon gig, 4 to 6 p.m.
Right. And June also has Twin Lakes in Palatine, Friday the 27th. And then their last one listed here is Hometown Days, also in Palatine, on Thursday, July 3rd.
It's a decent mix there. Bars, a festival, all in Illinois. Plenty of chances to see the new lineup if you're nearby. They seem pretty keen to get out there and show people what this new chapter's about.
And thinking about Illinois, it's interesting how deep the band's roots go there, especially the Illinois State University connection you flagged.
Oh, yeah, the ISU connection.
Yeah.
Guitarist Greg Carlisle and
Yes.
Chris Wade were both there.
Right. And get this, the drummer, Brian Keita, also went to ISU. And he's been friends and playing in bands with Chris Wade for, wait for it, almost 40 years.
40 years, wow.
40 years. And the bassist, John Signar, he's also an ISU alum. So lots of Redbirds in the band.
That's incredible. 40 years playing together for Chris and Brian. That kind of history, that's got to be like a I don't know, a secret language musically, right?
Absolutely. That kind of deep connection, that intuitive understanding, it's a really solid foundation, especially when you're bringing in someone new. It probably helps the band navigate changes like this.
Yeah, it really grounds the band, even with this big change up front. Now, it looks like Len's arrival isn't just about a new voice. They're tweaking the set list, too. Added some new songs, you said?
Yeah, the notes mention incorporating tunes like Can't Drive 55 and Time for Me to Fly.
Okay, Sammy Hagar and REO Speedwagon. Interesting choices. What does that maybe tell us?
Well, adding big, well-known rock anthems like those could be a few things. Maybe they really suit Len's voice, or the band wants to tap into that kind of classic rock energy.
Or maybe just broaden the appeal a bit?
Could be, or just inject some fresh energy into the live show. It's, another piece fitting into this all-new puzzle they're talking about.
Right, right. Okay, and then there was that one kind of random fun fact you sent.
Oh, yeah, the little personal detail. Apparently, the bass player, John Signer, he likes whiskey.
Good.
And the whole band, collectively, loves the band Rush.
Rush. Okay. Well, small details like that, they don't change the music necessarily, but they do kind of humanize the band a bit, don't they?
Exactly. Gives you a little insight into their personalities, their shared tastes, helps fans connect maybe on a different level beyond just the songs.
So wrapping this up, what do we got on bucket number 6? A new lead singer, Len Deptula, marking an all-new era. Possibly a slightly different sound, maybe more keys.
Definitely. They've got those upcoming shows in Illinois. We know there are these really long-standing connections between members, especially through ISU.
Right, like that 40-year musical partnership. They're adding new songs to the set list, those classic rock covers. And they like whiskey and Rush.
Which all brings us back to you, the listener who sent this in. We've laid out the pieces. The new singer, the Lenergy, the new songs, this deep history. So the big question is, what do you think this all-new bucket number 6 is going to sound like, feel like?
Yeah, what kind of vibe, what kind of musical direction do you expect when you mix these established roots with this fresh creative energy? Definitely seems like something worth checking out if you get the chance. It'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds for them.